night. Heart of gold, but ready to fight. Standing tall, doing what's right. Shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I've gotta keep. Breaking chains, leaving pain behind. Calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. Well, a jolly good morning to you, everybody. I hope everyone is doing fine. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one this morning. There's a couple of things that obviously need to be discussed. You know, I know that some people may not like the topics, but we are going to address it in a way that it doesn't cause any upset, or it doesn't upset people too much. But oh yeah, yes. I mean, I think I've figured out now that you can't fix stupid. Yeah, no, you can't. No matter what you try, there's no way you can actually fix stupid. So we're going to have a little bit of a giggle. We're going to have a little bit of fun. And we're going to talk about topics that, so as I said, that some people may not like. But at the end of the day, you may not like them, but sometimes the truth hurts. So the first things first, All right, let's have a little bit of fun, shall we? So first things first, let's just get this up here and get this going on. There you go. All right, so good morning. What are we offended by today? So first of all, good morning, Debbie, Bruce, Lisa, Mama Joe, our girl, Hans. Seriously, guys, you can't make this shit up. But anyway, so before we carry on, I just want to say a bloody good morning to everybody. I hope everyone is having a good morning because today's we're going to have a little bit of fun. Okay. And you're thinking, why is he talking so calmly? Why is he so calm? You'll find out in a minute. Now, I'm a type of person, I do my research before. There you go. Let us chat. But before that, can I make sure that everyone reads this message? This message is for all those people on Facebook who talk out their backsides and out their asses and talk crap. Please, 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 please look at this picture before you post anything, may it be anonymously or anything else. I beg you, in the name of God, please, please use a condom. Okay, because some of you shouldn't be reproducing. Okay, so please, 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 please remember that. Okay. I'm just saying. It's just a request. Okay, so we're going to start like we usually do. We're going to start properly now. Okay. So, good morning, everybody. Okay, good morning. Right, first things first. Obviously, yeah, I didn't go live yesterday because I went live the evening before, and I made sure that everyone saw and heard what my opinion is. Now, I've seen a post where they're naming, and yes, we're going to be talking about Max Lab. We're going to be talking about other things. Now, at the end of the day, when I saw and read what I saw, and I showed you the other night in my last stream, you can go back and have a look at it. Okay. I was actually disgusted the fact that, because I asked someone, I said, look, can you share your screen and can I have a look at, because that individual has me blocked or I have them blocked or whatever. Anyway, so I read through the comments, and funny enough, as you saw in the screenshots, one of the comments was actually, quite in your face, and actually in a little bit worse than. Yeah. But what I find quite interesting is this: the fact that these people are not being chastised or they're not being dragged through the shit. Good morning, David. Dragged through the shit. The way I got dragged through around Christmas time when I outed individuals, exactly the same two individuals that were mentioned in that. Now, I don't have any knowledge of who this person is, what's happened, what's going on. They seem very protective over Max Lab. Now, he's an adult. Yes, we know he's got disabilities, but somewhere down the line, you have to draw the line. You have to draw the line. When someone is actually saying that he's in debt for nearly $4,000, well, 3,000, whatever. Okay. Obviously people are taking advantage of him. So, and if people know that he is in that much debt, why are they still asking him? Why aren't they refusing any of this stuff? Why are they just carrying on? Now, what got me is that I was sent a clip, and I'm not going to play that clip. I'm not going to go into that clip in detail. However, I was sent a clip, and I was absolutely disgusted that these individuals were more interested in other people than they were in the fact that private messages were posted. Now, would you say, was it deliberate? The fact that you're basically talking about a human being like if that person was an animal in a kennel. And I don't see anyone going off their rocker like they did around Christmas. when I basically proved that what happened around Christmas was not my doing. In fact, I tried to de-escalate and try to sort it out. Why is that? Why are so many of you so fucking hypocritical? Why is that? Is it lack of intelligence? Lack of empathy? Lack of understanding of what's going on? Or is it just plain outright just being, you just get off? You know, is it a fetish that you have? I mean, you know, it must be. Now, trust is earned, not given. And like someone made a post today, and in fact, I'm very grateful for that individual who made that post today, because obviously they must have been so fucking bored and to find out what groups I was in. And funny enough, they actually posted a group I was in, and in fact, I'm an admin in. And funny enough, I haven't posted or even knew that I was still in that group, because the last time I actually was anywhere near that group was in 2012, I think, or 2013. So that's basically 13 years ago. Are you that fucking stupid? What are you trying to do? Intimidate me? Oh, look, you can do a bit of research for groups I was in. All right, okay, fair enough. If that is something that you get off on, then you've really actually, in fact, you've actually helped me remember stuff, because it's a group for people who travel, make backpacking or traveling and stuff like that. And they talk about, about camping equipment, about first aid stuff, grab bags, and, general stuff. And there you are trying to intimidate and say, oh, look what I can find about you. Do I sound in any way, shape or form concerned, intimidated or anything else? There's thousands and thousands of groups on Facebook. And I've joined quite a lot of them of various types. Flight simulations, driving simulations, buy and sell of motorbikes, cars, 3D DIY stuff. I mean, there's so many groups out there. So instead of wasting your time, why don't you just ask me? Maybe I'll tell you what groups I am in. Because I don't really, when I join groups for this specific reason. When I join groups like that, okay, it's basically to help people, because everyone has always got a different way of doing stuff. It's just like car drivers or like mothers. Like mothers have different ways of weaning their children, or, how to change this and how to, different types of clothing, how to, like newborn babies. There's mothers out there who have this cloth they put around them, and they carry the baby very close to their body. And that's a lot of good contact for the baby and for the mother, or breastfeeding, stuff like that. I don't join those groups, but there are groups out like that. So everyone has, in a way, something to add to a group. Now, a lot of you in the What the Hell's group, the fake one, of course, all right, the only contribution you bring to that is it's basically crap. There are quite a lot of people in there who really do care about Jeremy Hells, and they do care about, like HG, and they care about the child and everything else, right? And I get that. And everyone wants to have their opinion. And I understand that and I respect that. But when your opinion goes beyond common sense, right, then you just make yourself a laughing. No matter if you're an anonymous poster or not, you make yourself a laughing stock. And to be reminded that I was in a group, 11, 12, 13 years ago, the nostalgia, the stuff that you brought back into my memory, I mean, that's just absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm going to make this absolutely clear. I know that you absolute idiots are going to be watching this, so I'm going to say this, right? What I post and what I say in here this morning is my personal content, is my intellectual property. You do not have the right to use it in any shape or form, right, or replay it. Okay, specifically if you are doing it in a commercial way, i.e., if you are monetizing it. So therefore, you do not have my permission. All right. So Anyway, we carry on. Now, a couple of topics I wanted to discuss today is the one about about HG, the child. Now, a lot of people have this really bad habit of talking about all this other shite, but they seem to forget one child. And, I mean, over Christmas, before Christmas, during Christmas, and before that, there was such a hype. You got the crampons monetizing and all that stuff. You got Lynette Preston screaming God knows what, blue murder about no one can be near the child and everything else. But you got Biscuit Boy filming the child and them, and they're in public, not wearing a mask. Okay, so we've got that one. We understand that one. So we're not gonna go on about that. But the fact that child right, the fact that child has been weaponized, has been used as a poster girl for GoFundMe's and fundraisers, God knows what, has been in the newspaper. Right, this child is 5 years old and hasn't got a clue what's going on. So just put yourself in a position as a parent. And I'm speaking as a parent. Put yourself in a position as a parent, a normal parent, who sits there and sees all this happening. You see both sides fighting each other, and you got circles of friends imploding, and God knows what else. In some ways, it's a good thing, and in other ways, it's just stupid, bad, right? But everyone seems to try to press buttons. But why are you using that child to do so? Why isn't no one actually trying to proactively get that child into a safe environment? Why isn't there no one doing that? Why has that child's name suddenly become good morning, Heidi, secondhand knowledge? Why is it that important that you have to try to stalk and harass and whatever you want to call it? All right, I don't think people will actually give a crap that I belong to a group and that I happen to be an admin in that group. In fact, okay, I really did not know that I was still in that group until you posted those pictures. Now, obviously, you're definitely from over here because, the terminology. I mean, next time you're going to write anything anonymous, try to use AI so it's not easily recognizable from what country you hail from. All right. Oh. You see, because the problem that you've done is all you've done is make me laugh. And to be honest with you, waking up and having a brew and all that good stuff and having a fucking hi host picker, all right, and having a good laugh, all you've done is proven me right. And so far, everyone or most people have proved me right. Now, that's perfect. So right now, there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4. There's 4 of you in here. Yeah. More, right? Look, if you don't like me and you think that you're that clever, okay, one day you're going to come into my stream and I'm going to yeet you out. And then people are going to go, so why did you do that? And then I'm going to explain why. And every time you go into mine, whatever people that I know, I'm going to tell them, I'm going to show them the proof. Because funny enough, the other night, I wasn't even aware of this. If you use your account and you change your name on your account and you come back into the same stream and you get yeeted out of that stream, both names will automatically at the same time have their message deleted. And I did that the other night. I didn't realize it was a joke, but that was a very interesting development. That was a very interesting thing to see. Now, anyway, we digress. So just be aware of that, because I know I'm not that stupid. I've been watching for quite a few weeks now. Anyway, now going back to what I was saying about what happened around Christmas with two individuals, and now what's happened over the last few days with the same two individuals. Now, it's like one person doesn't really care, and the other person is trying hard to prove what they're saying. Now, I find that very strange, considering when you're in debt. I know. Yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed that part. I'm glad you had that fun. I'm glad you had fun. But here's the thing. The fact that this is just being blown off like nothing happened. The fact that you've got a person who is the wunderkind for a lot of YouTubers, who brings documents and stuff like that, and has put himself in such a position of this irresponsibility, especially with the debt that person's in, but can go on the whatnot and then spend $20 to buy something off whatnot. I mean, where do you draw the line? Where do you come to the conclusion that at the end of the day, no matter what you do or what you say is pointless for certain individuals, because they're never going to learn, they're never going to listen, they're never going to accept any type of help. So what's the point? However, that then should take you on to the next level. That should then bring you to the point where you go, well, hang on a minute. If this person is behaving like this and they're doing like this and this and this and this, why are there a certain group of individuals taking advantage and abusing that discrepancy? Why? Any of you right now in this chat, any of you answer that? Anyone got the balls to answer that? Do I sound like I'm pointing my finger at everybody? Well, technically, we're all responsible, aren't we not? I mean, it's very easy to sit in someone's stream and just believe every fucking word that comes out of their mouth. I mean, I've seen that happen on multiple streams. But here's the thing. When you take multiple individuals who are easily manipulated and easily tread on, if some of the comments that were in those screenshots that was on that Facebook page that I showed you the other night, if those are factually true and they're not fabricated or they're not screenshot or they're not being falsified or anything else, and those comments are true, pardon me, then we've got a serious problem going on here. Because that there is then classified as bullying. Right? A individual into doing what they want them to do. Now, I'm not going to say any names, but, common sense prevails, really. Anyone with common sense. Now, I'm not here to nitpick at certain things, but I am going to help you understand what I'm talking about. MaxLab, okay, is a chap who's got disabilities, maybe social disabilities or social, I would say he has issues recognizing social cues. Okay. And Daniel, right? And I think Daniel has as well. Don't quote me on it. I'm just speculating. All right. Now, I don't have anything against either of them. I just don't want any association with them. Okay. I have my reasons for that because of what we've witnessed so far. Now, Daniel, bless his cotton socks, right? He sits on his platform, and there's a lady who goes and sits with him on multiple times, and I decided to go and have a listen. And I did last night. I sat and listened to one of his streams, and you could hear the generosity and the kindness coming from Daniel. You could richly hear it. You not just what he was saying, but you could hear the genuine generosity and kindness coming from that chap. Now, he's probably got a streak to him. He's probably got bad days as well. But the thing is, right, people are going to fall out. People are going to misinterpret what's being said. It happens. But when you've actually got physical proof, and I'm not just talking about one person, I'm talking about multiple people. When you've got physical proof that people are manipulating by taking control or taking over someone's stream or inciting the negativity, and no one says anything about it, right? Things like what happened with Linda Knoll and Max Mussy Lady will occur. Luckily, I caught it in time, and luckily, right, it was dealt with politely, calmly, respectfully, and everyone is happy. Everyone walked away happy from it, right? Because there is manipulation going on. Now, it doesn't matter if you like what I say or not. Sometimes truth hurts. You're going to get people on a platform, especially people who you would think are specifically pillars of the community, people who you should look up to and who you should respect. But they've lost total track of reality, common sense, and any ounce of self-credibility. When they sit on a platform and they attack someone. Now, in my past, in my videos, I haven't attacked, but I've put people on the pillar. I have put people on the stage in front of a microphone with a spotlight on them. Because the only way you can get the truth out of someone, or you can show the truth, is by doing so. Now, should I go and, dig up everything that happened before, during, and after Christmas, or what happened a few months prior to that? What happened in the background with Max Lab? No. Why should I? People should know about that. Unless they've got a memory of a goldfish, which brings me to the next point. A lot of people do have memories like a goldfish, because they will sit there, they will comment, yeah, well, this, yeah, well, that, and they go on about Jeremy Hales, like Jeremy Hales is the next sire. Right? He's not. He's just a human being, just like you and me. Right? He has his issues, he has his problems, may it be with family, children, whatever. Okay, but when you've got people like the Crampons sitting on their platform and not even taking the decency to redact some personal information, even if it's public, showing that little bit of credibility would give them a little bit more oomph by going, oh yeah, I'll retract the date of birth, I'll retract this, I'll retract it. But they didn't. And they've been, and even with the pending lawsuit that's coming towards them, they are still carrying on. Now, here's one question I've got for you. Cherry Dr. Pepper or normal Dr. Pepper? What is it? Cherry Pepper 1, normal Dr. Pepper 2. Tell me right now. Come on, right now. Let's go. Neither. Too late, I got both of them. Anyway, right. So all this is going on, right? But we got another problem. It's like people have this aura around them, thinking that there is a group of people just because what their platform, right? Well, let me point out something. One person has only had their for 4 years. Okay. And let's put it this way. questionable. Another person's had theirs for a couple of years, right? And they've skyrocketed up on negativity, on lies, deception, okay? But have their own in real life problems, right? And have mentioned and done stuff that's not just questionable, but it's also should be confronted and should be discussed. However, people will, I mean, I don't know what it is. I mean, it must be in the water because, like, you know, I twist the truth slightly, and if we were in the 17th or the 16th or something century, I'd be tied to a stake and burnt, you know. But at the end of the day, as you can see, all right, my attempt here is to make sure that you guys understand what I'm saying, so you don't get it wrong end of the stick. The fact that the same two individuals have again been mentioned, and again some of the comments and everything else, whose responsibility is it to actually, like, you know, why is it that people don't take the responsibility? Why is that? Why is it that you'll get enablers or people actually going, yeah, no, you haven't done anything wrong, you haven't done anything wrong, you know? Why is that? Explain that to me. Apparently, you know, people seem to have an issue explaining themselves. So explain to me, why is it that there are people on this platform and on Facebook who will directly in your face lie, and then when they get confronted with the truth, they lie even more, and people believe it? So explain that to me. So today, ladies and gentlemen of the chat, today it is your opportunity, right, to explain what's going on. So, hi. So you have now the opportunity to explain to me, why is it that I get called a bully, that I get accused of attacking people who are disabled, which I didn't, by the way, right? And I get accused of God knows what, but as soon as the same two people suddenly reappear and had nothing to do with me, why is it that these same two people who then get questioned by other people, why is it that I'm still the bad guy? I know, Lisa. Both of them are angels. They've done nothing wrong. They and this is what I'm trying to point out, right? They both, right, did nothing wrong, nothing at all. One person was being lied to, the other person was being used, right, by one individual, and we all know who that was. I'm not going to waste my time on scum like that, because that individual even stated that they were, you know, not right in the head. But I mean, obviously we can't say things like that, can we? Because the moment you say something like that, you're the bad guy. So you guys explain to me, why is it that the two individuals who caused a problem for me are now causing another problem for each other, but no one's saying a fucking peep? Oh, I know I was a scapegoat. I know that for a fact. But I would like you guys to explain that in your own words. Guilty by association. I mean, that's been going on a lot. I mean, I could point out multiple people who were attacked, right, just for the simple reasons because they talked to me. However, a lot of those people who were attacked are not afraid or not scared of these individuals who did that. And slowly but surely, people are starting to wake up and see the actual truth. I understand that, Mama Jo. I do. I understand that, sweetheart. I really do. But I'm still going to ask the same question. Why is it that the truth is out there. It's like black and white. No matter what you can do, right? You try to prove, you show proof. No, you don't try. You actually, I showed proof. But the thing is, two situations, both with the same people, two different outcomes. Why is that? Why can that person, a couple of days after these posts appeared, why can one of these individuals sit on a platform and act like nothing's fucking happened? And why is it that another streamer goes into that stream? These are the screenshots I've seen. Okay, why is it that that streamer went into that stream, right, and felt fucking so bad that he said that he actually stated, "I'll go and sit in the corner." Why is that? Why is it that fucking people can do this and get away and be treated like they're fucking on walking on clouds, right? But when you question someone or you point out their failures or their undoing, that suddenly you're still the bad guy. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really care what people say about me because, to be honest with you, there's a reason why they're behind me. All right, but the fact of the matter is, right, we're talking about someone who we know has disabilities. All right, and I don't see a joke about that. I'm not going to joke about that. I'm not even going to gist in any shape or form. We know that he has disabilities. We know that someone needs to help him and get him to understand the mistakes he's doing with Pacer. But why is it okay for some troll, short-assed troll, hairy beat buck to talk and threaten him and treat him like shit? And like the next day, like if nothing's happened. Why aren't people up in arms about this? But if I put up a message, and obviously a lot of people didn't actually read that message in whole, and even when I showed that message, I was still the bad guy. So why is that any different to what's happened now? Explain that to me. I know that we all understand the English language, but otherwise we wouldn't be talking, So explain that to me, because either something has gone wrong with the Matrix, or we're all sort of still asleep and we're just, making a shit up while we go along. So why are people not up in arms about this? Why are people not seeing the actual truth here, and then realizing that not just myself, but everyone or people, right? Okay, people who've seen the truth, who know the truth, still believe the shit that comes out of their mouth. I mean, it's okay to put pictures up with a child in it, to antagonize. It's okay to lie through their teeth with no proof. It's okay to make accusations of someone and then say in the next breath, "Oh yeah, they've got proof. They could put this to bed." So why isn't anyone saying, "Hey, prove it. If you've got it, prove it." I could put one screenshot up right now. I could put a screenshot up right now that would blow them out of the water so high they would go from seamen to fucking paratroopers to freaking space cadets. Because I've already done the checks. I've also asked multiple other people, some who live in the States, some who don't, to do some research on the comments in this conversation. Nothing. There was nothing. So explain to me, because I doubt very much anyone can. Because the thing is, people have lied so much and lied so many different ways that the only way you will be able to get the truth is if they come clean. And that will never happen. And this is why, right, every single freaking person who posts and does streams about this whole court case seem to be going on about that person, this person, that person. But what about the child? What about that 5-year-old little girl who's living on that stump of a property that apparently smells very badly? Hi, sweet fly. Now I know there's people in you here and on the outside who are gonna, not like what I'm saying. But here's a little saying. All right? Don't give the fire fuel to burn longer. I mean, everyone talks the big talk. Everyone thinks that they're always right. Well, I don't. Sometimes I'm wrong. And boy, I've been wrong in the last 7 months on a couple of things. But I've always said if I'm wrong. But one thing I do want to say, that a lot of people here on that Facebook group are so delusional and so out of context with the world of reality that they seriously need to seek professional help, or they just need to stop posting whatsoever, or just leave the What the Hell's group, because it's turning them into such vindictive, nasty individuals. I hope they don't conduct themselves or behave the way they do outside outside their home, because I don't think they would last long. Because there'll be someone who will not appreciate what they say or what they do. Now, I know for a fact that people have lost the plot ever since the pandemic. That's common sense. We all know that. But what's happened over the last 3-4 months, whatever proof do you people need? I'm not even doing any more research on certain individuals who were involved in this case, because at the end of the day, everyone knows what's being said. Because everyone is, they're getting these documents, and it's like a race who's going to be first to talk about, God knows what Bruce says or what Randy says or anyone else. The fact of the matter is, what does it matter? What does it matter? Until the 3rd of April, what does it matter? We all know the outcome. We all know what's going to happen. We all know that, ever people who suddenly appeared in this anti-what the hell scheme thing, right, suddenly appeared, are now suddenly, giving it all big lips. But no one can answer any of the questions that I ask. Why is that? Explain that to me. Why is that? Why is it that it's okay for jumped up, self-egotistical cum buckets to sit on their platforms, attack whoever they want to attack, totally neglect the reasons they are there in the first place, have totally derailed from any reality that exists in their life? But as soon as you bring the truth to the surface, you are the bad guy. Figure that one out. And considering that now that there's been proof that the same people have caused the same crap within 3 months, what do you do now? What are you going to say now? Because I'm going to sit here and I go, told you so. I told you the truth and you didn't believe me. And look what's happened now. That's what's pissing me off right now. But you'll get these little insecure munchkins who are probably forgetting to take their medication, posting anonymously, using AI, trying to think that they can confuse people, right? Because they know for a fact that when you type AI, it may put the wording differently. But sometimes you make mistakes and then you post without using AI. Or sometimes you'll go into people's chats and you'll probably might repeat part of that what was posted as anonymous. Yes. You see, simple little mistakes like that happen. Or you probably might totally forget what you said a day before, or a week before, or a month before, or a year before. So tell me, explain to me the difference between some short-ass hairy hobbit is considering this is the second time, attack, abuse, and threaten someone with disabilities. Let me rephrase that. Use, abuse, and threaten someone with disabilities. And then blame other people. Whereas I wanted that individual to tell the truth. And he even said, I understand that you've got disabilities, and if you need someone to be with you while we chat, please do. Why is it? Explain that to me. Yeah, even working in tag teams, they mess it up. So yeah, I get it. I know. So explain that to me. Anybody? Anyone got the fucking balls or the spine or that's one part, or an answer or an explanation? Why is there different treatment? Yeah. Why are these people getting away with all this bullshit? Right? And why is it that when other people put up evidence, facts, proof, they get shot down and they get richly crucified? Why is that? Is it because I'm a Welshman? Is it because I'm British? Is it because I'm from a different part of the world? Or is it because you can't handle the fact that I don't back down when I'm telling it when I'm telling it as it is? So you're going to go and so people will go and play dirty tricks. Is that it? Come on, I'm here. I will answer your questions. And no, I'm not getting tired of YouTube. I'm not getting tired. This is me genuinely asking you a question. I'm asking you guys a question now. Yeah. Is it because people are too naive or too scared to actually go, do you know what? You're lying. Do you know how many people I saw who I thought were fantastic, great people, and then suddenly they were so easily convinced, right? And I actually watched one person. Yeah. Now I'm going to point this out. I was reading a post and some of the comments in those posts. Oh God, this is going to be funny. And in that post, there were people who have attacked me and also attacked my wife. That's quite coincidental because I'm not the only one whose wife's been attacked. But the thing is, I assure you, yeah, you want to attack my wife, not a good thing to do. Not while I'm alive, anyway. But that's a different story. And here's another thing. Making accusations and fake and false accusations, and the fact that people believed it, and you got people attacking me and coming to my stream and, you know, putting the thumbs down, the thumbs up, whatever, coming in, trolling, making stupid comments, shit like that. That doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the fact that they listen to one side and don't even, you know, I mean, when all that shit happened with, when Ratters came onto my stream, because I questioned him, I asked him to answer a question, and that's why he came on my stream that night. And then the next day, I'm being accused of attacking a deceased veteran, which I never did. In fact, you can go to the stream and you can watch it. All right? I've never said anything negative, but I was accused of that, and people fucking believed that. How? And the fact that the individual then made a video saying, "Oh, I'll go to war, blah, blah, yeah, whatever, you absolute fucking pleb," all right? And then says, has the proof, but never produces that proof. I've got a screenshot of a comment made towards me in a DM telling me where he was buried, when he was buried, the name of the funeral parlor. I've got it all. So when you motherfuckers sit on your high horse and lie through your fucking teeth and allow some tramp who appeared from nowhere to drag a disabled individual through the shit, and you allow that to fucking happen publicly, then you are no fucking better than them. But you will attack someone who actually does try and wants to help. You will then attack people just for the sake of attacking them and treat them by guilty by association. Now, you'd think, why would they do that with no proof or anything else? But here's the problem. There is proof. You see, when I got accused of something I never did, you made me start digging. And here's the thing. You've made a lot of mistakes. Simple ones, but a lot of them. And at some point, next week, next month, whenever, when I ever choose to do so, that's all going to come out. And it's going to be live. And you can say what you like. Oh, you're threatening me. Oh, you're attacking. Oh, you're attacking. Whatever. You see, it's very easy to convince people if you've got people saying the same thing or agreeing with you and supporting what you say, which is a lie or half-truths. Now, oh, but yeah, hey Spawn, you fucking like no. I used a little bit of the untruth of the truth to show the difference between a lie and the truth. Now, I decided to move on because it's below me. Okay, and I've done that. But the thing is, I am now not looking at me or my actions or what I do or say. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at all of you. Every single fucking person who watches this, every single person who looks at the comments I make, I am looking at you. Because I think it's about time that you step up to the fucking plate or shut the fuck up. Because someone posted evidence of what's going on with that bloke. And all they can do is flap their gums. Oh, I gave him 200 this. Oh, I gave him 40. Oh, I gave him all this. I gave him all that. Yeah, you may have fucking helped him out. But look what's happened. Did anyone decide to say, do you know what? I'm going to try and talk to him. How many people have tried to talk to him? I tried to talk to him. And he lost his fucking temper. And I was trying to explain to him, to help him understand. But he lost his temper. So I thought, you know what? Nope, not doing that. I don't get paid enough to do that. I don't get paid at all, actually. And in fact, all right, all I'm seeing is other people using and abusing these guys. But why is no one doing something about it? Why isn't anyone actually trying to talk to, I don't know, them, their family, and saying, look, this is what's happening. This is what's happened. Do you need help? Can we do something about this? Can we help you sort this out? But no one does that. No one. Everyone sits on their fucking high horse. They sit on that platform and they flap their gums. But no one is actually doing the right thing. I know, Heidi, you can't. And this is one of the perfect examples. You can't, no matter what you do. And it's a sad state of affairs. But there are fuckers out there who will take advantage of that. Because if you look, unless he is hitting a same thing every time, instead of taking screenshots and just once, that is why it's that high. And the fact that the PACER website, that governmental website, is allowing this to happen. And then people want to have a go at me for pointing out the defects and the negativity and the bullshit. Please. And again, you do not have my permission to use my voice, my likeness, or any type of my content without my permission. Just be aware of that. So, what's next? Who's next? Who is going to be used and abused next by these individuals? Before people start fucking waking up and saying what's going on. Now, I don't have no ill will to anybody. But when it comes to fucking abusing and using someone, so they can sit on their platforms and give it high and mighty, or look at me, or look, and then sound like they've been on a bender, a 24-hour bender. I think whoever that person was who posted that should actually come out and make a statement why they posted it. What was the reasons they posted it? Whatever evidence do they have of bullying and using and abusing someone with disabilities? How about that for a start? And how about people now actually waking up and realizing that what happened to me was exactly the same thing, but the thing is they couldn't bully me, so they had to use a different tactic. And they had the audacity to attack other fucking people because they couldn't get to me. And the only thing what's making me angry right now is seeing people on Facebook ignoring What's going on? If you don't know what happened, go to my last stream and you'll see the screenshots of that were put up. And you're right, Aussie Jen. You're right, Jen. I mean, we had some dickless, well, some person who likes to rub his forehead and get excited come into my stream and make threats. Well, I've been waiting all morning. No one's came around. I even made crumpets. I made a jar of coffee. You know, I even went out last night and bought like an extra pack of Dr. Pepper cherry flavor. What do they call it? Cherry Crush. And no one's here. And also I even notified the local Bobby as well, and he just grinned and laughed. And I turned around to him and I told him, I said, I won't be calling you. And he just smiled and walked away. Because I've known him for over 15 years, ever since he's been here. Mama Joe sometimes it's good. I mean, like bloody. I mean, I must admit, whoever the anonymous person was who put up that group that I was in and that I didn't even fucking remember I was in. Yeah, thanks very much for reminding me. I do appreciate that. 30 now. What was it? 12 years ago? 13 years ago? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. And then you've got some trollop. And I'm going to quote the words. I am going to quote the words. So hold your horses. And obviously I need to word it in such a way that, yeah. Right. She thinks Spawn Trooper is a toxic male. No. So people who are toxic, they sound toxic. I'm not toxic. She thinks he is jealous of Chrissa. Who the fuck? Oh, yeah, that's Hobbit. Yeah. No, far from fucking I'll tell you one thing. Having no association with that absolute clown is fucking awesome. And thinks he's mean to his wife, probably beats her, and she is trapped in servitude. What a dumb. See you next Tuesday. So you're calling my wife. See you next Tuesday. You're accusing her of being in servitude. You're accusing me of beating her up. And then the comment was, I can message hi, but I think he will flip. I would not tell him as he will lose his shit. A little bit. I did lose my shit a little bit. And you know what? If you think I lost my shit, you should have seen my queen when I read it out to her. And then I showed her who said it. Because I know who said it. And I showed her who said it. And I let her listen to this person. And you know what the words of my beloved queen were? But guess what? She just laughed and said she just went, pfft. So, and I could show you that screenshot right now. And do you know what? This here, right? This here This message here shows me that there are people who actually care about someone they don't know. My wife, they don't know. They've heard her. Take care, Heidi. All right. Okay, but just drive carefully, please. They don't know my wife. They just hear her talk, laugh, or whatever. All right. I'm not going to explain my relationship with my wife. I'm not going to explain it. I don't need to. You hear it every time she's there. Hi, Vicky. At least I have a relationship with a woman. At least I have a strong, loving relationship with a woman. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Mama Joe. Obviously, you didn't find the right man. There'll be the right guy out there for you. Trust me. You'll find someone like me who, I worship the ground my beloved Queen walks on. And I tell you one thing. Yeah, if you people want to play games, don't involve children or women. No women, no children. You want to have a go at me? Have a go at me. But now that posting anonymous has become a hobby for some of these idiots, right? And that's what I call them: idiots, buffoons, people with no education. The best part of them ran down their mum's leg when she farted. Actual fact, I think the true definition is she, instead of swallowing, she spat. So there you go. On another note, I do find it very interesting that the behavior of certain individuals who post, hi Missy lady, some individuals who do post as anonymous do really need to get psychiatric help. And some people who go on their streams definitely need to pay more attention to their relationships and to, doing what they're supposed to do instead of sitting on a computer all day. I work. I mean, I'm going to be doing some work at 4:00 today because obviously time difference. Yeah. Right now it's very, very early in the morning for them. So I have to wait. So they will not be awake until tomorrow morning because I think it's about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock where they are. And here's the thing. I do like a day and a half's work and I walk away with 700 quid. What do you do? Hey, what do you do? Oh, now I know why it tastes weird. It's got zero sugar in it. Yeah. Oh. So yeah, let's go back to the main topic. So you got all these absolute clowns on their platforms talking shit as per normal, but none of them show any care in the world about a 5-year-old little child that's living in a position of squalor. I mean, technically, they are homeless. They may have a caravan. They may have a barnuminium, right? We're not even going to go into where the money is, whatever. Who fucking cares, right? But the fact of the matter is, you've got a child, homeless child, right? We know what's happened there: illnesses, fleas, lice, God knows what else, right? When was the last time Lynette or anyone in that circle mentioned the fact that that child has gone for medical checks or that child has been to a doctor? Anything like that. Why is it that the CPS just don't want to go anywhere near her and that child? What is it? Why are those adoption paperwork sealed? Why? Why isn't no one asking the biological mother what's going on? Actually get them involved now. Actually have them actively involved. Why is that? But we know what's going to happen. We're going to have idiots. They're going to be posting, HG this, HG that. They're going to, oh God, I swear to God, I am glad I don't live in America. I am so glad I don't live in America because I trust you. I assure you, and you can take this any way you like. I assure you, right? CPS will be doing their job by now. That I can assure you of. Good morning, SMN. I can assure you the Sheriff's Department and CPS would actually be doing their fucking job right now. Because obviously, I find it very interesting that most people, there's a few people from the States, but a lot of people, right, from Europe, from countries that are not even anywhere near America, are more concerned of that child than some of the people who actually live in that fucking town. So why is that? I know people with children. I know people with children who have disabilities. I know people who have got, are single parents that I have met here through all this. And you know what? They're the nicest and the most respectful people I've ever come across. And they are blue in their face from richly being so angry that nothing is being done to protect that child. But then you got absolute idiots, doing what they like, saying what they like, and no one says anything about it. A couple of days ago, a post was made showing you 100% evidence of proof of what's going on. No one says a fucking dicky bird. Except one. One, he made quite a large post. And do you know what? I agree with everything he said in that post. And then you got people who have attacked me, whining, going, oh, well, I gave him this, I gave him that. If you give someone $200 or $100, that's 1,000 pages. That's 2,000 pages. He has a bill for 38,000 pages. Figure that one out. I'll tell you why, Mama Joe, why the CPS or the Sheriff's Department are not doing anything. And here's why. The reason they're not doing anything, because, say, for example, they arrested John Cook and throw him in jail. And they arrested her, okay? They would then have to get the social services in. Social services would have to then put the child in foster care. And then once all that's done, okay, it would be such a shitstorm of trying to get that child out of foster care back into a family. It would take probably 18 months or longer. And the fact that Lynette Preston hasn't shown any psychological dangers towards that child, that is why. And also because half the people who work for CPS in the United States are lazy fuckers. Oh, I'm sorry, CPS. Have I upset your feelings? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, diddums. Right? And, people phoning up CPS, what's that going to do? The CPS will turn up, they'll stand outside the property, go, oh my God, those mozzies are big, I'm going, bye-bye. Have you got a spray against mozzie? Yeah, there you go. You've got a sheriff and a deputy from the Sheriff's Department and a member from the CPS. They didn't even move past the front of that vehicle. They didn't even walk onto that property. They didn't inspect that property. So, but it's okay for other people to talk shit. And so therefore, okay, I mean, yeah, fuck it. Obviously, the next GoFundMe, but it's okay. And like only months ago, right, a certain person was whining that they didn't have no food, they didn't have no diapers, they didn't have this, they didn't have that, and they GoFundMe here, GoFundMe there. You got a lawyer who lies for his freaking teeth and actually slips up and gives away the fact that they both had access to that freaking GoFundMe, which we've already covered. And the fact that, right now, what now? Right? Nothing is coming out of that property. Do you know why? Because they know they fucked up. But the thing is, instead of actually cooking food like a normal mother would, oh, yeah, okay, let's go to a takeaway and go and get takeouts. I mean, like around Christmas. Oh, yeah, let's spend a couple $100 on booze. So you do that here in the UK, and that got reported to the CPA. Yeah. Do you know how quick the social services would be knocking on your door? Anyone from the UK here who knows anyone who's had the social services knocking on their door. And I assure you, when they knock on your door, they knock on your door. They let you know. So why is it that nothing's happening over there? Why is it that the newspapers are not involved in all this? Why is it that like Channel 20 is not covering this? I mean, obviously, Lynette Preston and everyone else seem to like the newspapers. Hey, it may even boost people's channels. Go to the newspapers. Go and tell them your story. Sell your story. Sell it. Sell it to the next bidder in the newspaper. Go to an editor of any newspaper and say, hey, I've got a story for you. Oh, yeah. Don't see anyone doing that, do you? But now you got the idea. Now you people out there got the idea. Yeah, click it. Click it. Click away. Click away. I wasn't seriously. I really do have to thank that anonymous poster for posting that. I did not know that I was in that group. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. It is not every day you get a chance to remember. Oh, I have a message. I have a massage. I have a massage. I have a massage. I have a massage on my massage. I have a massage and a massage. Massage. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Spawn. I was a foster carer. I despair. Lisa, do you know? I swear I don't know how you guys can SMN. I have to believe that calls through my divorce. My ex would call all the time, and after the second time they call, I say we're on our way. You're going to be there. Oh, when's the best time? Huh. Hey, if you did that, oh boy, not perfect by any means, but they are under microscope. Yeah, but I can't. This is what gets me, right? How come the CPS in Florida seems to not care about what's going on? There is enough evidence. All you have to do is point them to all the videos and everything else. Oh, yeah, she had a good day. I'm not going to go into it. It's a lot of personal stuff there, but she had a really good day. And also my daughter. My daughter contacted her, didn't show me any love whatsoever. She just, So yeah, it's yeah. Oh, Moosey Lady, don't worry about it. It was a post. Don't worry about it. It was a post. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Chris. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. So basically, treatment. This is what gets me with some people. You want to judge, but you always prejudge, and then when you fuck up and you come crawling back, I am waiting for the day when someone comes in. I am waiting for. Why the fuck did I just send that? What is that? Why the hell? Oh, there you go. Anyway, I can't answer that. Something happened here with a child several and CPS did nothing even after the school reported. You see, this is where I think that people need to do a petition, right? And petition, and if need be, take it to the newspapers, get a lot of clout about it, and get something done. Because here's the problem, and I'm not saying this is against any. This is nothing negative to any people who are going through divorce, who have divorced or whatever. But when it comes to the children, regardless of what your opinion is about your former partner, the children should always come first. They should be protected, supported, and you need to love them exactly the same way, even if you're together or not. Okay, because at the end of the day, here's one thing you need to remember: if something happens to that child when they're at school or whatever, all right, and you contact the CPS or the police and everything else, and then they don't do anything, but they then look at you and hold you responsible for what happened. Thank you very much. What happened in school, which is not your responsibility, it's the responsibility of the teachers, the headmaster, and all the faculty in that school. It's their responsibility. If the CPS don't do their job, then they shouldn't be in that job in the first place. You need people who know how to do their job, who are willing to do the job, regardless how irrelevant the topic is. If it says it's like because mum and dad are shouting, next door neighbour calls the CPS turn up with the police. Okay, we were called because there were disturbance. Yeah. Me and the wife had an argument last night. Okay, are the children okay? Yeah, children come. Can we talk? Can we see them? Yeah, no problem. Are you guys okay? Yeah, okay. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Go to the next door neighbour and say, right, what were your reasons for calling the CPS? Those children look fine. They didn't seem disturbed. They didn't seem distressed. Right, mum and dad had a bit of an argument, which happens. That is healthy in any relationship. But the thing is, when you split up and then you either use that child, you weaponize that child against your former partner, okay, or you try to set up your partner or whatever, that's when you deserve to rot in hell. There's a special place for you. Okay, when it comes to the child, regardless of what your issue is with your partner, the child comes first and should always come first in a divorce or a separation. And if you can't do that, then you shouldn't have children in the first place. And then people are going to go, well, you don't have a right to say that. Well, yes, I fucking do. I am a parent. I am a father. So far, all I have discussed is one daughter. Who knows? I may have multiple children. I may have multiple children I know of, and a lot of children I don't know of. I may have loads of little spawn troopers walking around all over the place, all over the world. Who knows? My loins are quite fresh, and they are everywhere. Yes, they are. But when it comes to children, they need to be protected. They need to be protected. Regardless of what your opinion is about the mother or the father or whatever. But the fact that this child of 5 years old has lived this life since she was a baby, and CPS just fob it off like nothing. So what's going to happen if this child ends up in hospital or needs to go to or has an infection because of dentistry or something else, or has a bad infection? What are they, I mean, how will I actually know if that child is infected or has a problem if that child doesn't, verbally tell it or is too scared to? Fucking hell, Lisa, you hit the nail on the head there. Oh, Jesus, you hit the nail on the head on that one. You hit the nail on the freaking head on that one. I don't think this generation or the next generation will ever learn. And I think that the people, there's different groups of people on here now. I bet it did, Mitch. Marlene, hello. Welcome back. Oh, and something else I learned as well the other day, thanks to a little joke. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. I mean, like, oh God, I tell you one thing. This whole situation, the fact that people, it's like they deliberately ignore what's going on, or they just don't want to. They don't want to accept. They just don't want to accept the fact that what's happening in a certain group is a norm. Use, abuse, and it's like fuck them, chuck them, and suck. Well, fuck them, suck them, and chuck them. And I sent a heartfelt message to both Max and Daniel, and I do hope they listen. I really, really do. I really hope Max gets the support and the help for him to understand what he's doing wrong, so he doesn't end up in debt again. Right? And the people who used and abused him should be held responsible for what's happened. And for Daniel, I just hope that he realizes sooner before later that he's being used as a platform, right? So he says what he says because he's been fed that negative shit. He says what he says, and I think people should go and support him. I think people should go and support. I know that people, there was issues with Eric and him and everyone else, but I personally think he was being misled and used. Because I'll tell you one thing, and I'm going to say this publicly, Eric has a big heart. He has a very big heart. Don't know, Mushy Lady, I really don't know. Unless I see factual proof of that, I'm just going to take that as hearsay. No matter what, even if it comes from Jeremy, I'm just going to take that for hearsay. Unless I see factual proof, then I will take it. And Mitch, you be strong, dude. Here's the thing, right? I'm going to tell you a little story about a split up and a toxic relationship. Many years ago, a really close friend of mine who's still friends with me now, right, was in a toxic relationship. She was abusive, both verbally and physical. I mean, she used to throw a tantrum, and when she had a drink, she would literally pick up objects and throw them at him. However, this was just after having, obviously, their second baby. DC, not sure. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not sure, and I'm not a person to go knocking on their door and say, "Hey, by the way, are you aware of this? Are you aware of that?" It's not my place. At the end of the day, they need to figure that out themselves, or someone who has some credibility and a conscience, tells them. I'm sorry, but someone who like, I don't know, but it's not my responsibility. I'm a nobody compared to them. And that's unfortunately, that's one of the things that we have to look at every day. If you got no, how can I put it? If you've got no clout, which I don't, I don't think I've got any clout. I'm just a gamer who at the moment is covering a court case, in a neutral basis, and just pointing out the failures of people. No, DC, I get it. I understand what you're saying. I do understand. And welcome to the stream, by the way. But yeah, that someone needs to tell them. You know, I don't know. At some point, someone probably will, and if they send them all the proof and the evidence and everything else, maybe they will also protect themselves from individuals who are, deliberately. I mean, now I'm going by that screenshot. All right, I'm going by that screenshot this month. In actual fact, this month. Right, the amount of pages that he clicked on and that he looked at. That's a lot of pages just this month. Because if you look at that screenshot, everything's from the 20th. I think it's from the 18th of the 3rd all the way to the 27th of the 3rd. So what does that tell you? And I know for a fact certain individuals don't have a Pacer account, because if they did, it'd be a complete different ballgame. And something else. I know the host picker. I know that. But I'm not going to hate him for that. Hey, Squid. Good morning, sweetheart. I'm not gonna hate Daniel on that. I just think that what he did with Eric was a bit uncalled for. They should have just he should have just taken 5 minutes to compose himself and then try to figure out what the problem was. But it didn't happen. So, but that's not up to me. That's up to him. But I just think he needs to listen to his own inner voice and not associate himself or let people walk all over him. Exactly. The only person who can be responsible for that is himself. But when you've got other people manipulating and going, I want this, I want that, and there have been there are screenshots out there, I presume, to prove that. But not my problem. I don't have a Pacer. Excuse me. I just think that, with all the evidence that was posted the other day about what's going on between those two, right? Why is that being treated differently to what happened when I posted proof of that type of behavior? Hey? Anyway, going back to the story. So basically they got divorced, right? And when it came to court and everything else, obviously she got custody and that, right? But the kids were quite fairly young. They were a bit upset. They suffered a little bit for a while, right? And when sometimes me and the daughter would go around, and she would be outside, and the kids would be there. So all the kids are playing. That's great. And then a couple of years later, I think his oldest one turned 16, and his oldest one, right, richly in front of his mother, who had a visit from the social services, because obviously she was receiving benefits and stuff like that. But social services came around because they do random checks. And me, him, the Queen, and his new partner, right, was sitting outside. And I got asked if I could go and get the kids. And I was like, yeah, no problem. So I walked up, knocked on the door. So some fucking big fella opened the door, and I went, yeah, I'm here to pick the kids up. And he went, all right, okay. So the oldest one brought his bag and all that, and the little one, right? And she was like bouncing all over the place because she saw Uncle Spawn. And so she's bouncing on, and the woman starts screaming at her, shut up, stop jumping around, behave yourself, sit down. And yeah, social services did not like that bit, one bit. So basically, kids came down, we sat them in the back chair, we put the seatbelts on and everything else, and we didn't think anything, and drove off, and we had a fantastic weekend. Then he gets a phone call on Sunday, right, is that temporarily the kids are going to stay with him. And in fact, if I can remember correctly, it did go to family court, and the son actually said, "I don't want to live with my mother." So yeah, it was a messy ending, but everyone was happy in the end. She was happy because she didn't have any kids around, so that means she could go out and become like a bicycle stop for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. And he settled down, got married, and had twins. Yeah, the psychopath. But there you go. And we're still good friends to this day. And believe it or not, his son is a cop. So, yes. But Mitch, always stand up tall, mate. Always stand tall. But anyway, we digress. So my question is this: why is it? And I've been asking this from the get-go. Why is it that people are not getting their fucking spleen ripped out the way I did? I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel vindicated, and so do other people, because we all were right. Right? That post a couple of days ago proved categorically that we were right, and that what we said was true. So why is it that people who posted in that post are not being ripped apart by people who are so naive that if you walk past them with a big box of money in it, they'd think it's full of freaking little ducks? Explain that to me. I will wait while I drink my Dr. Pepper. Yes. And I know you're sitting out there listening to me. So I'm going to make this very clear. You do not, I repeat, you do not have the permission to use my voice, my likeness, or my kind, or anything of my intellectual property of this stream in any shape or form. Be warned. Just saying. And you're going to hear that every time I stream from now on. You're going to hear that. Because obviously you think you're above the rules. Well, you need to read the rules again. It may be given written or verbally. And I know a lot of people don't like me because the fact that I say it as it is. But here's a word of advice. Don't give me a reason. Simple. I mean, right now, the only reason I am pissed off a little bit, let's change. There you go. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, really? Come on. No, there you go. Let's go have a coffee. The only reason I'm a little bit perturbed is the fact that I do know the truth. There you go, passing off. Pardon me. I do know the truth. But I've actually got the screenshot, right? Which, by the way, was in a normal conversation. I know, Squid. I know. And here's the bet. Oh, do you know when you cough and you throw up a little bit? 1 second, guys. Whew. Something didn't pay its rent and it had to leave my body. 1 second. Yeah, just give me a second, guys. Holy shit. Woo. Oh, fucking hell. Talk about fucking get out, you haven't paid your rent. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Fucking. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you know what? A fucking Welsh sheep herder would have been proud of me there. Oh. I richly fucking projectile vomited straight into my dustbin. What the fuck was all that about? Oh, Jesus, where? Ooh. Oh, that was a bit weird. Didn't even see that coming. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I bet you any money, Squid, that you won't throw up on your stream. Yes, I did. And boy, did I. Wow. And I wasn't even expecting that. I coughed and I was like, oh, what's that? And I coughed again. I went, oh, I need to mute. And then I just got enough time in, right, to say what I said. And then I had to mute again. And then I became the exorcist for about 2 minutes. So there you go. Try and picture that one. No. It was, oh, Jesus. Wow. Whew. I tell you one thing, right? All it is like if you've eaten too much or you've got gassy food, gassy drink or anything, sometimes it'll just, there's nothing you can do. You just have to allow it to, you just have to allow your body to retract what it needs to retract. And holy crap, I literally sat there going, whoop, get out, you haven't paid your rent. So if you ever throw up, always shout, get out, you haven't paid your rent. And then people will laugh at you, you'll find it funny, and it will also stop you from being sick too much. No, sorry about no. That's why I was just able to hit the mute button. No. I got the bin. I'm good. I'm good at targeting, so don't you worry about that. Oh God, let me get this taste out of my mouth. Oh wow, I didn't expect that. That did come out. That was a very, very. How can I put it? That was like surprise, motherfucker. One of them. That's what it was for me. It was like, surprise, motherfucker. And then, boo. But yeah, it happens. It's just one of those things. Just one of those things. And to the person who messaged me, absolutely not. I would know about it. I would know about it. I assure you that. Woo. It's because the thing is, like, I rushed my breakfast this morning. I've been rushing around, and I drank my coffee too quick, and then I drank my Dr. Pepper too quick, and yeah. No, he'd be all right. He would actually be able to, find his work. But yeah. But wow. Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, has anyone heard about the earthquake in Myanmar? That was some earthquake. Can you imagine being on that building at the swimming pool? Wow. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna pussyfoot around. I will say as is. Better out and then yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, if you ever want to have a good laugh, just go. Yeah, you haven't paid your rent. Get out. You are hereby evicted. You haven't paid your rent. Get out. Now, at least Bruce and everyone else can turn around and go, he coughs, he sneezes, he farts, and now he throws up on mic. Yeah. Oh, pardon me. And burps as well. Yeah, let's not forget burping as well. And he burps and, oh, yeah. Oh, God, today's been a really weird day. So, Squid, when are you going live then, my dear? Hello, Ken. How you doing, bud? Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, sometimes, believe it or not, even you will throw up even when there's tension as well. But I'm not tense or anything. I just drank. I ate too quick and I drank too much, too quick. Or Dr. Pepper, by the way, not alcohol. So yeah, I know, Ken. That 9:15 EST. Okay, so about an hour and a half. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to do long stream. I was going to go live yesterday. Like I said, I was going to do a gaming stream yesterday, but obviously some people just don't know when to keep their mouth shut, you know. But it's just one of those things. But going back to what I was saying, there's a lot of topics that could be discussed right now. But at the end of the day, I think that right now the attention. Hi, Robert. How you doing? Good morning, fella. You just missed it, by the way, dude. I just did an extraction. Oh shit, that's gonna sound funny. Did you actually hear that? Did I actually mute the mic? I hope you didn't hear me going, Verp, get out, young Peter. I think that like people need to start looking at this a little bit bigger in regards of the post from the other day. And in fact, oh, don't you do it again. I'll be 1 second, please. 1 second. 1 second. Oh. And if you're trying to ask me what question or what topic I am talking about, okay, I am talking about this one here. All right, this is the one I'm talking about. This is the one I'm talking about. Where's my freaking... Oh, there. This is the one I was talking about. The post that was made a few days ago. This one here. Okay, as you can see at the top here, you've got, chat comments and everything. You've got a list of what people donated and everything else. And there's obviously more. And then you got this person, you got different people commenting. But what I find quite interesting is the fact that no one decided to basically chastise these people. No one did. Why not? Excuse me. Why not? Why is there one? Why? Explain that to me, please. Explain that. The same two people, two different situations, and I've been proven right on both. Why did I make your day? Exactly, Squid. No one taught him because no one is willing to actually be honest and be truthful and go, hey, this is what you're doing wrong. When you do the, no one is basic. There you go, Eric. You just hit the nail on the fucking head, right? Because I had to ask someone else to take those screenshots for me because I wasn't able to see that post. And the only reason I was able to see the post and everything else is because a good friend, or actually, in fact, two people, were kind enough, right, to to take the screenshots with all the comments, and I was absolutely gobsmacked that there was not one comment in there going, chastising her, or I mean, everyone's having to go at him because he's in debt. Well, wait a minute, why is he in debt? Oh, I blocked all of them a long time ago. In fact, I actually blocked Max Lab way before December. So when I go into people's streams, I don't see them. Thank fuck for that. But yeah, sorry. Marlene, I do apologise for throwing up. I do apologise for throwing up, but it's the first time for everything. Yeah. Oh, does it, Chris? Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, jeez. But yeah, so there you go. I mean, like, where do you draw the line, guys? Yeah, Eric, that's so true. And the thing is, you know what? Sometimes I like being blocked by these people because then I don't have to put up with their crap. Because a lot of these people will post just to get a reaction or get the attention. But when there's actual factual proof of someone doing something they shouldn't be doing, and no one does anything, but the moment I put up proof of people attacking and talking shit, no, David. Oh, David, don't. I mean, David, sorry. No, but it's funny. But yeah, I mean, the fact that no one's actually said anything, and the fact that these individuals then go online and sit there like nothing's happened. But where is he now? Yeah, and then you got another person coming into the stream and bowing down like a puppy. Now that pisses me off. Wow, really? According to other people, I'm not. Chris? Oh, shit. I'm glad I wasn't outside in the fields with the sheep, because I'll tell you one thing. Can you imagine projectile vomiting over sheep and then they go back in? Oh, my God, the trouble I'd have been in. He burp, fart, puke, tells the truth. I'm here for all this. I burp, fart, and puke. Easy, Marlin. Behave yourself like young lady. Oh, Jesus. Oh, shall I send my wife a picture of the bucket, the bin? No, I better not. Actually, I did clean it up. That's why I was muted for a while. I did clean it up. I do promise I did clean. Oh my God, I didn't realize I had that. I didn't know my phone had that. Interesting. Yeah, so there you go. Anyway, on the good news, it's Mr. Welsh for you, Miss Navy. Oh, look at me out in the Navy. My one light skin over my two skin. My two skin lies over my free. My free skin lies over my foreskin. And my foreskin lies over my knee. So pull back my foreskin for me. Pull back it for me. No, I didn't mention sheep. Just close your eyes and just imagine fully furry, beautiful, mixed white fur wool with a little number on the top. Anyway, happy place, good news. Go back to your bashful sheep. What did Squid say? Mr. Squid bought me a trash can for landscaping purposes. I've never been so happy. So you're easily pleased then, are you? Yeah. Oh God, I can remember the first time I ever got taught about sub showers. You walk in, you turn the water on, you turn the water off, you bathe yourself. Dirt, how you doing, buddy? You put soap all over you, you wash every part of your body, you turn the water on, you wash all the soap off and turn the water off. You should be able to have a shower in under 5 minutes. Cold or hot water, there was no choice. If it was cold, it was cold. If it was fucking steaming hot, it was steaming hot. So what we used to do when we used to be on exercise and we found a pond or a little lake, we just used to fucking take everything out of our pockets, take the boots and socks off, and then just jump in the water and then wash the hair, wash the face, the neck, and other places. Come back out, and then obviously, if we were stood down, we would just keep the wet gear on and let it dry naturally. And if it stayed wet until it got nighttime, we used to take most of the damp of the wet kit off, change into our dry kit, and then put the wet kit and then hang it up. And in the morning, it was partially dry. So you just and the socks and gloves and shit like that were wet, you just put in your sleeping bag, in your slug, or what we used to call a bivvy bag, which we used to put over the sleeping bag. And the bivvy bag was made of Gore-Tex. So sometimes if you were really clever, you didn't even have to take your sleeping bag out. You just got into your bivvy bag. Cold showers are good for your health, Squid. Did you ever get told that by your MO? You don't have to clean up after yourself. Women don't mind doing it for you. Oh, dirt. The typical entry for dirt, innit? He walks in, says something really fucking... And then, yeah. Nashua, good morning. You missed the fun part. I became part of The Exorcist for a moment. Yeah, it's part and parcel of it. That's why sometimes, like, when we used to come back off exile and we did shit like that, you would just walk into take all your gear off. I mean, take your boots off. Because your boots, if they get too wet, it takes a long time for them to dry and then all the crap and that. But we used to clean the boots outside, take them off, take your socks off, and then walk straight into the shower and just wash everything down. And then basically you'd have one person who was ready with a what you call it? What they called? A basket. And then once you came out of the shower, you'd throw all your wet gear in the shower into the basket. He would then take it down, put it into the spinner. He would spin it so it gets most of the water out. Then he would take all the gear, throw it in the washing machines, and then put the washing on. Hi, she nemesis. And then another guy would then, obviously if there's different groups, each section would then take the washing machine, and then you would have another couple of guys who then do all the dryers. And you never ever got someone else's gear back. You always end up getting your own gear back. And that's how we used to do it. But yeah, smelling of a freaking pond. Yeah, been there. Yeah, in the younger days when this is when I was still a Tom. I can remember like they used to say, "Oh, you need to wash and shave." Blah 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 blah, and then one of the old timers, he turned around to us once, fucking early on this. He said, "You ever go and exercise? Take baby wipes with you, take Nivea cream with you." And we're like, "What?" He said, "Oh, take Nivea cream, or go and get yourself some shaving oil, right? And then take these throwaway shavers." And we're like, "Okay, what do you do with that?" He says, "When you're in the field and you got cam cream on, in the old days you had to spit in your hand to make the cam cream actually And then after that, you had cam cream, 2 different tone cam cream that you pushed out of a tube. And then we got these little boxes with a mirror in it. But anyway, and basically you would just use the oil, put it all over your face and your neck and everything, and then shave, right? Get the wet wipe your face and everything. And then after that, put your new cam cream on. Oh, God, it was brilliant. Because the wet wipes were nice and warm because they were in your jacket. Oh, the razor was in your pocket. It was nice and warm. So you were never cold. Until someone catches you and they sit in front of you and they expect you to use your mess tin as a washing utensil, and you have to eat out of that fucking thing 10-20 minutes later. That was fun. Have you ever ate rations winter? Oh God, Jesus. Yeah, when they try to get rid of all the fucking Arctic rations. Arctic rations came dehydrated and were in tins, so you had to use a lot of water. Oh my God, you put everything in a mess tin, boil it up, hot water, and then put everything in a mess tin and mix it around. And you start eating the food that tastes like soap and fucking shaving foam. Oh, shit. Oh, that brings back good memories. Oh, shit, that's fun. Oh, just remembering that puts a smile on my face. Oh, God. Not spit in a canteen. You'd actually, we had to use it. The thing is, in the British Army, we had 2 mess tins. We had a small one and a big one. Basically, the small one was technically designed for washing in. The big one was for cooking in. Right? But a lot of people decided to just like get rid of the small one and then carry the big one, right? Because in them days, like we still had the 58 pan when I first joined, and then it was PLC. So you'd get utility pouches on the back. So you get rid of the kidney pouches and you just like do your whole webbing with with utility pouches. And freaking hell, I had everything in my webbing. And then you'd have like the bum roll, which we call a bum roll. That's where your NBC suit would be in. Yeah, I had 2 of them. I had one at the bottom, one at the top. So yeah, I had a lot of gear on my webbing. And the problem was 58 pack, when it got wet, it shrank. Pricks. Never told you that. Yeah. Oh God, that was fun. Oh, I have a massage. Yeah, so did I. To the person who massaged me. Oh, shit, that does. Reminds me of the time my mum washed my 2 older brothers at my. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had that when I was a kid. Especially around my nan. Holy crap. Oh, wait. Nope. I'll be right back. Get out. Get pay your rent. I'm back. Do you know the worst thing that ever happened to me? And you know what? I learned a bloody lesson after that. When I was younger, right, we used to get we used to get the cane or the belt, and my old man came in one day, and I can't remember how old I was, and he came in, and he said, I can remember this like if it was yesterday. My old man said to me, he went, whoa, 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 one more word out of you, I'm gonna fucking put this across your legs. And I stood up and turned around, and I looked at him and I said, you touch me with that, I will wrap it so far down your fucking throat that every time you go to sit down, you'll have a fucking third leg. And he looked at me, he threw the door open, stepped in. He was standing about 8 inches away from my face, and he said, son, I would naturally right now give you the hiding of your life, but you just said the most funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. So, and then that night, me and him sat in the living room, and he gave me a lot of stuff to remember. He gave me so much advice. Unfortunately, no, Robert. Unfortunately, no. I had the crumpets. I had every. Do you know what? I even had a blanket and a pillow ready for him because I knew they would be asleep for a while. So, but no, unfortunately, didn't. Yeah, and after that, because my old man, I'm a big boy. I've got hardly any fat. A little bit of a belly, but hardly any fat. I'm a fucking good. I'm a big boy. I'm not going to fucking brag about that. My old man was bigger than me, and he had hands like a JCB shovel, or like what you call a bobcat fucking bucket. And when he got hold of you, his whole hand would cover your face. So he had a big fucking hand, and he was not weak. He actually picked my brother up one day and placed him in his position and told him to stay there. My brother didn't argue with that one that day. But I tell you one thing, he was gentle. What? Who was going to show up? Oh, yeah, some uneducated, brainless twerp. You know, some ratbag was going to think that was making, was going to come and pay me a visit. But yeah, unfortunately for me, and fortunately for him, he didn't turn up. So, and I mean, the local Bobby, he just laughed when I told him. And I'll say this again. I told him I won't be calling him, and he just giggled and walked off. Yeah, big dirt. You turned up at my doorstep, mate, and you said something that you said to me in the past that I'm not going to bring up again because he did it for 8 years. If you said that to me, right, and then I knew it was you, trust me, mate, I would drag you into this house. I would put you on a chair, and I would richly feed you until you did what I did about 10 minutes ago. And I'm a man of my word. If Squid or Robert, Ozzy, any of you turned up at my doorstep, obviously you'd have to tell me, because if you did, you know. And also the dogs next door, they'd probably, yeah, I don't know if they get fed that much, but yeah. So, wait a minute. No, you won't be a dog. You should not call yourself that. You should not call yourself that. But I always wanted a Viking guard in my property. You know, it's not a small property, by the way. It's big. It's quite big. I can't believe I'm sitting here drinking zero sugar Dr. Pepper, but it's made of cherry and I can't help it. I wonder if this is making me feel sick. I wonder if this is making me throw up. Oh, we'll find out now, won't we? Because I'm going to have another cut. I'm going to have another one. So, yeah, there you go. I personally think that the newspapers now need to get involved to save or protect that child from any further negativity or bullshittery. Lisa, here's the thing. A lot of people, the biggest problem in our country, right, is people don't realize. Right, people don't realize Wales is very, very forestry. There's a lot of valleys, a lot of forests, you know, and there's a lot of mines as well that have been sort of not used for years and years and years. Coal mines and stuff like that. So you have to be careful when you walk around, especially in the evening. If you don't know your way around, you got to be careful. Well, my next door neighbour, he's got a fucking, what has he got? Down the road. He lives down the road. And he's got three. No, he's got two, sorry. He's got a German Shepherd long haired and he's got a Belgian Malinois. And that Belgian dog loves me for some reason. Every time I go past there, when I go for a tab or if I go for just, get some fresh air, that freaking thing is like an Exocet missile. It comes hooving across his yard, and it jumps the fence, sees me, and I don't know. And then I have to literally walk into the drive, open the gate, let him back in, come into the property, close the gate, and then just play with him for half an hour while I'm talking to his owner. And like they know that there's a relationship going on between me and that dog. And the German Shepherd, same thing. But the Belgian one, I think he's about 3 years old, and he is trained, by the way. Oh, thank you so much for the person who's messaged me. They need a lot of attention. They need attention all the time. They are literally a missile. But this one here is 3 years old, well trained, and he is so good with kids. I actually watched him. They had like a big party going on, and he was like, if the kids came over and were like roughing, they were a bit rough. He would just like sort of try to get away, and he would just like run off, But he is so good, and so is the German Shepherd. That the next door neighbor is such a good bloke, and his wife is fantastic as well. And his mum, but oh god, is it her mum or his mum? I think it's his mum. Oh, she's a pain in the ass. She keeps on trying to fit me up with some woman. And I go, I'm married. And she said, I don't care. I'm married. And she went, I don't care. Old school. I went, no, I'm married. I am married to a queen. And then she turns around and says, yeah, no. Yeah. There's only one woman in my life. Everyone else is just a friend. Yeah, but I'm trying this new what's it called? Right, yeah, get this, right? It's got, when we were talking about food the last time, Squid. This one, it's got energy. It's got 2.3 kg. It's got 1 calorie, and then everything else, fat, subrates, fucking everything else, it's 0. There is nothing in here, and that's for 330 milliliters. It's 3 kilocal. It's fuck all. There's fuck all in it. Absolutely nothing. But it tastes so nice. It tastes so nice. Yeah. When it comes to Melmars, this the Dr. Pepper 0 sugar it's got nothing in there. But it tastes exactly like cherry. Oh, wait a minute. There's the ingredients there. But it's got nothing in it. It's got absolutely jack shit in it. But it tastes so nice. What sweetener? Hang on a minute. I need a light for that one. I don't think it's got sweetener in this one. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Soft drink with sweeteners. Ingredients: carbonated water, color E150D, flavoring including caffeine, acid, lots sweeteners. I can't even read that. Preservative, potassium, contains source opener. It's got energy 2.3 kJ or whatever. Yeah, it's got. I can't fucking read that. Best before base can, but it's still less than the one over in the States. That's for sure. Oh yeah. I can't believe I threw up. Oh well. Johnson Squid will be now. I'm here. Touch and go last night. Wait, what? What's going on? See, I have to catch up now. Oh shit, Kirby! Sorry to hear that. All right, just take it easy. Just take it nice and easy. However, I have got some fruited water as well, because I'm drinking some water as well. Oh, that tastes really weird. Anyway, guys, we've gone past the 2 hour mark. So now you've got the opportunity to ask questions. And I know, where's Gail? Because usually when I do the Q&A time, it appears like a freaking lightning strike. All right? You know what? The police officers should walk around with Gail. Because when they want to taser someone, you just go, Gail, get it. And she goes, zzz. No, Pepsi's not good for you. Dr. Pepper, out of all the Coca-Cola, all the Pepsi drinks, Dr. Pepper's the best. Pardon me. Oh, pardon me. Oh, easy. Oh dear. Never mind. How sad. Some people can't have the sweeteners that cause my son to throw. Yeah. I mean, I'll see what happens. I mean, I've got a funny feeling that this cherry Coke is actually causing me to throw up. That was I didn't even see it coming. It just happened, and luckily I was able to mute. Because I tell you one thing, you wouldn't. Marlin, question: Spawn Trooper, any live with my pretty? Yes. Over the weekend, obviously we forgot to do that because there was other stuff we were discussing. But I'm going to try and get hold of her today, and then we're going to plan something for this week. Touchwood. Spawn Trooper, is there anything else I can do for you? No, not really. You can probably do a Missy lady. You could probably do a survey on people and ask them why they're not chastising the individuals that have been outed for treating people with disabilities like shit again. That'd be a good, but don't do that. I don't want people picking on you because they've been picking on you and other people. Only one queen for me. I've been together. Absolutely, Ken. I bow to you and I salute you for that. Good morning. Hi, Johnny D. How you doing, buddy? Welcome. Very rarely have soda, mainly fruit mineral water. Well, I've got Aussie Gen. I've actually got 2 litre bottles, a few of them. That's fruit water. And basically, it's got Spawn. Do you have an address for gifts, Robert? I really do appreciate the thought. I really do appreciate that, but I do not accept any monetary or any other type of gifts. Well, not right now, not until we've moved past this court thing and everything else. I appreciate and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for the thought. and the question, but I'd rather you pay it forward to, I'd rather you pay it forward to a homeless person or to a homeless veteran or to a veteran charity or someone who needs it more than I do. So thank you very much, Robert. I appreciate that. US soda with power. But hey, Robert, much love, my friend, and hugs. How is your cold? No, it's gone. It's gone. That went a while back. Still got the cough though. Never going to lose the cough. Toilet paper over or under? Jesus Christ. Toilet paper on or over, sideways. I don't have it on a hanger. Were you ever a chimney sweep as a child? Hell no. I used to be scared of chimney sweeps. But no. No. But I do know how to clean the chimney, but you need to be careful when you do it. And these days, being a chimney sweep doesn't, if you ask someone what's a chimney sweeper, they won't know. There you go, Robert. So instead, I'd rather, if you, I appreciate your offer, but do me a favor. The next time you cook, you cook for the veterans, please would you do me a favor? Can you cook them sausage and mash, or mash, bubble and squeak? Basically, bubble and squeak is mashed potatoes with sausage that's circular, right, and then onion gravy. And just say that's avoid. What else is there? Chimney sweep, poor little child. I commend that, Robert. I think that's very commendable what you do there, man. Appreciate that. My husband just said, however the wife puts in the toilet holder. Yeah, there you go. But the thing is, I like when the wife puts in the toilet holder, I take it out and I just put it in front of me. So when I go to use it, it's sideways, so easy access. Don't like turning around while I'm on the throne. Any more questions? Oh. Yeah. Do that, Robert. Do that. If they're going to benefit from that, if they're going to benefit from that, I would rather you do that, my friend. And I really appreciate that. I really do. I really appreciate that. All right, and may God bless your soul, dude. You are such a nice guy, man. You're such a nice guy, and I appreciate that. I do appreciate the gesture. Jesus. Oh God. Excuse me. Oof. Yeah. One thing I am going to say is that sometime this week, I am going to do a gaming stream. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that, sir. I am going to do a gaming stream. It probably might be America's Army, or it'll just be driving, because I know that the sound is. I don't know. These games are getting really shitty. Name a song that should never be played at funerals. The first one comes to my mind that I used to listen to when I was deployed is "Let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies." Yeah, that one. Question. So, what have you found out on the Rumble front? Right, Rumble. Okay, very interesting. It does have rules, regulations, but the thing is, with Rumble, you are monetized straight away. But the thing is, your content is not monetized until you've reached 1,000 views. After that, and then your content then gets reviewed, and then once it is reviewed, they'll say yay or nay. Obviously, there's certain content they don't allow on there, so it's a very interesting thing. I may take it up. I don't know yet. I need to settle in. I need to settle in on YouTube first, as I've only been on here for a short period of time. And like I said, I mean, once all this is over with the court case and everything, the live streams are going to start slowing down, and there's going to be more postings of games and stuff like that. But I will do live streams for specifically for you guys, so we have like it's like a community meet up and stuff like that. Have a little party, have a little gig, a little chit chat, so people don't feel left out or don't feel that. Well, now we're talking about toilet paper with a burp fart and puke. Oh, Marlene, you need to behave yourself. Hi, Joe. Rumble is very interesting. But the thing is, Rumble is a fairly new platform, so it's not as big as it's not big as YouTube. Highway to Hell. Jesus, can you imagine that being played at a funeral? Yeah, I mean, like when I went to my friend's mum's funeral, one of the songs that was played was "Oh Danny boy, the pipes are piping everywhere." Oh, Danny boy. Yeah, that one. And I sat there and I was like, yeah. Oh, it was, yeah. I'm still getting over that part anyway. Yeah, still getting over that part. Kay, you have a fantastic day. You take care of yourself. Ozzy, only last week my husband complained that the toilet holder was on the wrong side. Coming up 30 years, it's been there. Oh my God, Lisa. Why do you like it when I sing, Heidi? Let me ask you that. I can't sing for shit. Actual fact, when I start singing, it's like a cat is being molested by an earthworm. I can't sing for shit. Autobots, roll out. Bumblebee, put that car down. My son loved the Proclaimers, so we had 2 songs he loved. Yeah. Wait a minute. Lisa, do you and Kay know each other? No, I mean when I was younger, I was able to sing, but now I just sound like a drill in reverse. No, I don't. Thanks very much for the compliments, but yeah, ladies, I can tell you right now, right, that Big Dirt, Robert, and all the other guys are just sitting there waiting to come out with the short liners. Him sing, he sounds like a freaking drill. Yeah. Now I've got this freaking tune in my head now. Spawn, I have heard Raybone on. You have a voice of a husky angel. Wait, what? Who said? Wait, what? I have a voice of a husky angel. In the nominated Patre and above said, Amen. You'll now shall be flying and all that. How do you know what an angel sounds like? All right, you're all right. I'm an angel. I've come down here just to make sure you're all right, yeah. I tell you one thing, right? There was one day I was like, oh God, what was it? What was it? I was singing this song. Oops, upside your head, said ups, upside your head. No, it wasn't that one. It wasn't that one. It was. I think it was from Hot Chocolate. I think it was a hot chocolate song. Once I was green. Or was it David Bowie? This is not America. Sha-la-la-la-la. Mm-hmm. I can't remember. Was it that one? Was it? I can't remember. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was it? This, right. Let's see if I can get this right. This is not America. A little piece of you. Right, let me hang on a minute. Hang on a second. I want to try this. I know I probably might get copyrighted for this shit, but I'm gonna fucking try this. Let me put that in there. Let me put that there. And let me go. While I'm looking at your chat, so I'm going to listen to this song and then see. Disable. All right, let me know if you can hear this. Oh, hang on. Let me know if you can hear this. Oops. Can you hear that? If you can hear it, press 1. If you can't, press 2, please. Because I'm ignoring you now. Here we go. A little piece of you, a little piece of me will die. Dear, this is not America. Blossoms fall to blooming season. Promises no share too long. I can't sing for shit. I told you I can't sing. For this is not a miracle. There was a time, a storm that blew so pure. Well, this is could be the biggest sky. And I could have faintest idea this. This is not American. Sha la 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 la. Good. Sha la la la. Oh, America. No, this. You see, when you sing it, inside, falcon spirals to the ground. Oh, bloody red tomorrow's clouds. A little piece of you, a little piece of me will die. For this is not America. There was a time. Oh, I can't go that high. A wind that blew so young. For this could the biggest sky. And I could the faintest idea. This is not American. Now, that is a song. I fucking love that song. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. This is not America. No! I mean, years ago, I was able to actually sing like that. But now, yeah, I tell you one thing, I felt my man sausage actually step to one side. No. There's some. Oops. Now you got me going now. Now I don't want to sing now. This is not America. No. What's this one? Oh, yes. Beauty and the Beast. Yes, I do hate requests. Ouch. Deborah Cross things have come out of that thing's mouth. Wait, easy, easy, easy. I'm not that bad. Oh, wait. So before you judge me, all right, how do I share this shit? Right, do me a favor. Look for the let's everyone join in. Look for the lyrics for that, and then let me know. Because when you say go, I'm going to press play, and then I'm going to try and sing it. And you can't hear now, so you just have to take my word for it. How about the one I sent you? Wait, what? You haven't sent me shit. Oh, wait. No, Robert, no. You haven't sent what? Uh, no, I'm not singing. No, Big Dirt, I'm not. I can't sing for shit, and it's bad enough if I'm just trying right now. Actual fact, let's put this to. No, let's go. Let's put this. Let's put it. What could possibly go wrong? So at least I can actually say, hey, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go. If you're gonna send me anything, send it because. Anyway, let's try this. Tale as old as time, true as it can be, barely even friends. Even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. Just a little change, small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast, ever just the same, ever a surprise. Ever as before, and ever just as sure as the sun will rise. Oh, hills of the sky, tune as old as song, bittersweet and strange, but it isn't change. Listen where you're wrong, certain as the sun. Rising in the east, take as old as time, song as old as rhyme, beauty and a beast. Take as old as time, song as old as rhyme, beauty and the beast. Sorry. All right. What's this one? Everyone talks. Oh, I'm not singing that. I'm not singing that. I am not singing that. I would make myself look like a total idiot. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, what's this one? What's this one? Wait, what? What's this? Wait, hang on. Uh, oh, wait. What the fuck is happening now? Why is my. Wait, what? Oh my god. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Let's see what this one sounds like that I've just been sent. Uh, I've been sent a song. I don't know if I can. What is going on with. I don't think I should be singing this one. I don't think I should be singing this one. Do, do, do. He was saying grace over Tuesday, blue made special. When the man in the next booth said, "Don't you watch TV? Don't you know that God's a myth? I hate to see you waste your breath, 'cause you're talking to a ghost that don't exist. The praying and let the spirit play. You may not talk to God right now. You don't wanna be the day when you are down in the field, praying for rain, or you curse him at the graveside, 'cause he called a loved one's name. You can thank him, you can blame him. Either way, you're gonna face him. Whether you believe in him or not. 'Cause in the end, everybody talks to God. Wow. How the hell? And Ruth went quiet. 'Cause he didn't have a comeback. He shrugged it off and paid his tab. Then he rolled out the door. And the praying man he prayed for the man he drove away, hoping he would see the light. I got too late. How was he to know? He'd non-believer, so we got the conversation. Red lights down the road. We were down in the field, praying for the rain. You curse him at the gravesite, 'cause he called a loved one's name, and you can't blame anything. The way you're gonna face him, whether you believe in him or not. That is a fucking heavy song. Wow. I've heard this one before. Everybody talks to God. That is heavy. I remember that now. Who sent me that before? Singing improves if you're naked. So what, Horace Pickett? You want me to strip off? That's not going to happen. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. What's let it be frozen, blowing chunks. Wait a minute. Let it blow from fro. Wait. Sing. Let it blow. Might help the listeners if you look better. Yeah. Oh yes. No. No. There's a lot of songs out there. I. You know. When for some reason when I'm in the shower, I can sing way better than I am when. Yeah. Wait a minute. Those men. Magnificent men in their flying machines, they went up and up and they down and down. Oh, here we go. Let me try that one again. That's a fast song, that. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. Wait. Why can't I find the lyrics? Ah, here we go. Here we go. Those magnificent men in their flying machines, they go up the up and down, dilly and down. They enchant all the ladies or steal the scenes with their up dilly up and down, dilly and down. Up, down, flying around, looping the loop and defying the ground. And there, all frightened and keen, those magnificent men in their flying machines fly upside down with their feet in the air. They don't think of danger, they really don't care. Newton would think he had made a mistake to see those young men and the chances they take. Those magnificent men in their flying machines, they go up down, down. They enchant all the ladies and steal their routines with their diddly up and down, diddly down, up, down, flying around, loop, loop, and defying the ground. And there, frightfully keen, those magnificent men in their flying machines. Oh God, here we go again. Oh, for fuck's sake. Magnificent men in their flying machines. I go up the leap up and they down the down down. They, oh my God, how long is this freaking song? There's only three. Those magnificent men, those magnificent men. There you go. 1 second if you want to hear it. I can't believe I'm doing this. I really can't believe I'm actually doing this. What's this one? Ooh. I can't remember this one. What's this one? Wait, what? Wait. No, not that one. Do, 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 do. Feel the table. Allergies, we most confounded thing. We appear to be singing most unusual, so peculiar. Mundane. Again, where are we singing? Allergies, the most confounding thing. We appear to be singing most unusual, more peculiar. Our tag is at the helm. The pilot seat is my realm. We're in the field surrounded. Still flight systems ready, impulse engines ready. The console system analyzing. Life support robust now finalizing. Yep. Nope, not singing that one. Fuck that. Connect. No. Oh, there's so many songs I want to. I'm not going to do this live. I'm not going to sing these live. No. No. While you guys are sitting there not asking me any questions, I'm just going to sit here and hum and singing that. That's like. Ooh. Oh, this is my favorite one out of them all. Texas, you take care. Lots of hugs. Thank you very much for coming. Sorry about the absolute insanity here. You don't love me. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. Let me pause it. Has anyone seen Star Trek? No, not Star Trek. Was it Strange New Worlds? Star Trek. Anyone seen it? Who's hypnotizing you? What's going on? Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. Not go past my eyes. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. And you're out. Lisa will now sing for us. Oh, here we go. I found the lyrics for it. So I don't care if people take the piss out of me on this one because I do like this song. I do like this song. Where are we? It's called I Am the X. This news really changes everything. I can't believe how wrong I've been. Yeah. Convinced myself we shared some shared feelings. This is really easy. No, one made that mistake again. I tell you one thing, these guys. I mean, she happy is free, the opposite. I can do the calculus. Her set aside, make analyze. I'm reconciliation for the I'm the ex. I've got no one but myself to blame. I betrayed my core philosophy, and bending reasons must be my true north. These are freaking. And now, here we go. Here we go. I'm dysfunctional, weak and emotional feeling I can contain. Escaping my misery, a broken free, no possibility. I solved the why in my computation, but missed vital information. The variable so devastating. Fuck off. I'm the X. Yeah, I'm going to shut up now. I don't think I should be singing. That is that is so funny. Sorry about that. I can't sing for shit, even if I tried. Well, I used to be able to. Well, apparently we do. The Welsh and most Celts have really good singing voices, but I'm probably the one out of a million who doesn't. Because I never. I mean, like if I sing in a group, it's different. Who wanted that Frozen song? Who was it? Who wanted Frozen? Oh, I got one for you. I got one for you. See if you recognize this one. See if you recognize this one. Oh, wait. Why is this freaking. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Elsa, you want to build a snowman. You want out to play. Anymore. You don't have to do. You want to run this way. You know, you want to build a snowman. Okay, bye. No. Do you want to build a snowman? Fuck off. No. Oh, yeah. Jabba the Hoot. Oh, God. Every time you mention Jabba the Hoot, oh, that reminds me of some pleb. Yeah. I do like some of the songs that actually, in fact, someone sent me a. What's this one? That's a nice song. Right, I'll listen to that later. Right, guys. Well, I mean, I've been live quite a while now, and I think it's time. We've had a bit of fun at the end there, me trying to sing, which I could sing for shit anyway. But anyway, thanks very much for being here. Remember, spread the word. Remember, go and check out. Obviously, what you call it. Squid is, I believe, going live at, when is it? When is she going live? Is it 9:15? She said. All right. So if you're not subscribed to her, why not? Go and check her out. She'll be going live soon. So please go and check her out. And remember one thing. All right. Never fear anybody. Because one thing you're going to learn is that haters were always behind you. They're always behind you. And you know why? Because they are. Anyway, so on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to wish you all the best. I hope you have a fantastic day today. And remember, it's Monday. Okay? So take it nice and easy. And don't let anything get to you. And remember, okay, I still want an answer. Why 2 different treatments when 2 of the same people cause the same problems? All right? But remember, there'll be people out there going, but fuck them. So have a good day. And by the way, if you need any advice, if you go camping or hiking or stuff like that, and you want some advice, because I was reminded today that I actually belong to a group that I had totally forgotten about. So thank you very much for the anonymous poster. I appreciate you reminding me. And if you think that I'm associated to any of those people, I'm not. I'm just someone who happens to join, years ago. But I can't even remember the people in there. So on that note, you take care. And remember, I will be going live sometime this week. A game. I'll be streaming a little game. And also, I'm going to be talking to my pretty at some point to arrange our stream together. Okay? So I look forward to that. And on that note, I bid you all adieu and have a good night. Or good day. Sorry. Love you all. Much respect to everybody. And remember, a smile a day keeps the fucking idiots away. Bye-bye.
Spawn trooper riding in the night, heart of gold but ready to fight, standing tall doing what's right, shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep, breaking chains, leaving pain behind, calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise, second chances, they wear thin, Spawn trooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around, justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell, standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise, taking chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in